Hey, what's up guys? It's Ruthie. This is vlog 7. I am excited to make this video today, one because I just ate. I had some quinoa with red bell peppers and cherry tomatoes and with some hot sauce on that thing, and then I also had carrots and hummus, and my palate has really changed since I started medical school. I love fruits and vegetables so much, and quinoa and hummus, and these are foods that I like incorporated in my diet before, but not so much until now, and I'm really seeing a change. I have lost about 12 pounds since I moved. I'm noticing changes in my body, not just with the weight, but in my skin, my hair, and everything else. And I'm not living a completely healthy lifestyle yet, but I would encourage you, if you are thinking about it, I think it's never too late, and it's always a good time to start now. Just start now. We have this body, and I think it's important for us to take care of our bodies. We want to be able to live life to the fullest and be able to serve God with everything we have and be an effective vessel for His glory. I can't stress enough how important it is to take breaks as you study. I know I mentioned before, taking a break every hour is ideal. Some people can't do that. Some people like to block off 4 straight hours of studying, like don't even get up to go pee or anything like that. I can't do that. Everyone is different, but my advice, because it has worked for me, would be to take breaks every so often. In fact, yesterday was Friday, and after class, my friend and I, we decided to watch Netflix and eat vegan ice cream, among other things too. Not as healthfully as we usually do during the week, but it was a good way to end the week, and it was a lot of fun, of course. But today's Saturday, and I have an exam on Monday and a quiz on Monday. Kind of where I wanted to go today was discussing a weekend in the life of a med school student. I know everyone's different, so this is not applicable to everybody, but just for myself, Monday through Friday is mostly studying. If I can get some activity in there, like physical activity, like walking or going to the gym or something like that, I try my best to stay active as much as possible. I do have a Fitbit where I try my best, and I've been doing pretty well so far, except for the weekends, because I'll get into that. But at least 10,000 steps. Sometimes I get to 11 or 12,000 depending on what I'm doing that day. But I really encourage you to stay active. As a student, it's important to make sure that you are getting the blood pumping and getting those endorphins and everything like that. Balance yourself. There is a break coming up, and I do have exams following the break. So we have a break Thursday, Friday, and then we have off Saturday, Sunday, and we have classes again on Monday. I will not be in class on Monday, unfortunately, but fortunately too, because for those of you who don't know, I am involved in a ministry called Elijah Movement International, and we have produced our very own independent film. I think I mentioned this in my very first vlog, but this is a project that's been in the works for 2 years, a little over 2 years, as far as production goes, but the story, it's taken many years. So this is a project that I was very heavily involved with, and in pre-production, production, and post-production, I was very fortunate to be involved in writing the script, also acting in this movie, and then editing it as well. So Monday on November 27th is the premiere, the world premiere for this movie. It's a full-length film. It's about 2 hours long, like an hour and 50 minutes long. And I'm really excited because there are people coming from all over the place. It will be held at a movie theater in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. But we have people coming from different states. We have people coming from Canada that are going to watch this. And I'm really nervous because, this is a huge deal for me and for our ministry, for the people that are involved. And this is something that I do on the side. Obviously, I'm a full-time student, but ministry is important to me. And so I'm nervous because, this is a hard project we've worked very hard on, and it was, a God-given assignment that we were able to carry out. And this is like our presentation to show, you guys, those of you who are coming or those of you who will be watching it when it does come out on DVD and Blu-ray and whatever. But back to med school. Anyways, so I do have these days off, and because I am going home for the movie premiere and also to spend time with my family, I need to make sure that I'm still keeping up with the material. A lot of people are like, oh, you should just, take those days off, but it's not like I'm off and, I'm going to be off for a couple weeks. I have to go back to school, and I'm actually missing a day of class because of this event that I have committed to prior, but I've already spoken to my professors, so they know that I won't be here. But I need to make sure that, one thing that is important, that when you do go home or when you do go to spend time with your loved ones, that they understand that you still need to make time to study. So I'm going to probably try to find like a Barnes & Noble or a Panera or something where I can just get away from all the distractions, like my cat and like my, not that my family distracts me, but I just don't want to feel the pressure, because when I'm with my family and my loved ones, I want to make sure that, I'm paying attention to them, especially now that I've moved away. I want to spend as much quality time as I can with them, but I do need to study, and I can't just neglect my education, because whether I like it or not, there are people that were not fortunate enough to go home for this break, and they're going to be able to study, and I'm kind of envious because I could use the extra time, but I won't be able to have that, and I'm actually going to be missing school too, so it's a little bittersweet, and that's something that I'm learning to manage my time better. One thing that I would really stress is that it's good to have a support system. It's great to have people in your life that understand and will push you. Like I said, I study together but separate, so one of my friends will go to the library at the same time, and we'll be in separate rooms. I'll even give her my phone, and I'll just set it like in the corner of her study room so that I'm not tempted to look at it, because some of us that have our phones, we're just like scrolling through, and then we just, next thing you know, it's like 10 minutes have gone by and you've just literally scrolled through Instagram or Facebook or whatever. You waste a lot of time doing that, and with the time that we have as students, we're only given so much time. This is kind of what I wanted to share today regarding what my goals are for this small break. So obviously the movie premiere is huge for me, and this is more of a personal thing. This isn't really like all med school students, but I do have a very important event to attend, which is the movie premiere. This is a holiday vacation, so there's going to be a lot of food involved. I haven't been eating meat now for about a month, and I never really liked turkey anyways. Even around Thanksgiving time, I usually went more for like the dessert and the mashed potatoes and stuff like that. But so this will be different. It'll be different to go home, and I don't even know what my family has planned like completely, but I'm excited to see everybody, obviously, but I do know that I have to study. But I just wanted to encourage you guys. I know that it's not been easy. You've only seen what I want you to see when I make these videos, so you don't know, exactly what I'm going through. Just heads up, it's not easy. The workload is a lot more than what I was expecting, and having to catch up on all the material is a lot of work. And if you're not able to focus while you're in class, you're already a few steps behind. So if you can't stay awake, for example, and this is why I like to make sure that I get enough sleep and eat well so that my brain is fully functioning when I'm in class, because if I'm falling asleep while I'm in class, that's already, I'm behind by 50% at least. A big portion of what you learn is by your professor or your teacher, giving you the lecture. And then a lot of things we have to learn on our own, outside of class. And so it's important to do everything you can to make sure that your body and your brain is conditioned to do well as far as focusing during class and retaining all the information. This was not so much of a request, but it was something that I think is important for people to know as medical students and as students in general. Making use of your breaks and making sure that when you do go home for the holidays or whatever, that you are able to still keep up with the material, because whether we like it or not, when we do have these breaks, like for example at the end of each quarter I have a 2-week break, I'm not going to be able to be off from my education or be off from studying for 2 weeks. I have to continue to keep up with the material. There's still stuff going on over those breaks, so just to keep that in mind, once I'm enrolled in medical school now, and I'm enrolled until I graduate. It's not really ever a real break. There's always something to do. That's, whether it's studying on my own, or if it's a homework assignment or some sort of research thing I have to do, or some sort of event I have to attend over break. There's always something that's going on, so I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna drop everything and just let go of everything. So if you have any questions, if you have anything you'd like me to address in future videos, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm posting every Saturday, and I will see you guys next week. I won't be in Arizona. this time next week. So I will be filming at my house in Pennsylvania. So you guys will get to see me with my family. I'll probably vlog a little bit more like while I'm actually with them, so you can see like everybody and stuff too. So that'll be a little different. And I'm gonna go back to studying now. So this was a cool break for me, and I'll see you guys next week.